Hello everyone, it's November the 2nd now, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure there's been thousands of videos pertaining to this topic that have already been made, and they probably specifically covered about what I'm going to talk about, but I guess I just have one unique kind of thing to point out, I would guess. I wouldn't say it's unique, but just worth mentioning, I suppose, and I just feel like I need to voice this sort of thing in my echo chamber. If you're a metalhead, and if you haven't been living under a rock for the past day, or pretty much a day, you've heard about Suicide Silence's vocalist Mitch Lucker dying in a motorcycle accident yesterday morning. It's pretty much sent some pretty fucking huge shockwaves to the metal community. Of course, Suicide Silence was a very, I wouldn't say controversial, but they had a very huge legion of people who just completely hated every single thing about them, which is fine. I mean, that's always been metal. Any big metal act, they've always had that. When the news first kind of broke, it was more or less a rumor at first, started by PA, the blog site, that Mitch Lucker had died in a motorcycle accident. I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was just a rumor because celebrity death rumors are pretty common. And then I seen the mortuary on Orange County, and it was there. He was listed as waiting for transportation of the body. Pretty interesting. Pretty sad. I'm a big fan of Suicide Silence. I like pretty much all their stuff. I wasn't a big fan of the Black Crown or anything like that, but I do really like Suicide Silence. And for a tiny little deathcore band out of California that exploded into one of the biggest metal acts of the decade, arguably, who were pretty much unknown by everyone and then completely exploded within weeks of their debut, making the best-selling album in Century media history, that's pretty fucking impressive. There's no denying that Suicide Silence definitely has left their mark on metal, and Mitch Lucker himself, being the voice of this breakthrough, has influenced thousands and thousands of other vocalists, who knows how many, and probably Suicide Silence alone has influenced thousands of people to pick up instruments themselves and start bands, which is really, really cool. That's really amazing. Regardless if you like the music or not, they've had a huge, massive impact on metal today. You could see it as a bad thing or a positive thing. However, not really going to talk about that specifically. It is a big loss and it is sad. But something interesting. A few news sites are mentioning the trends on the internet, searching trends in search engines and Twitter and things like that. Mitch Lucker is the hottest trend today on Google. He is the most searched item in Suicide Silence, both I guess they're synonymous on Google as well. He has well over 500,000 searches today, probably more than that by the time I finish uploading this video, more so than the CMA Awards, more so than fucking Halloween was Googled. And on Twitter, he's the most tweeted about thing over Halloween and the CMAs and pretty much everything else that's pertinent. That is fucking impressive. When is the last metal superstar that we had that could fucking top that news? And especially when I went to work and I came back, I got off at work at 11:30 p.m. I go on the internet, of course. I see a few news sites, and just to see what has been made of this, he has been on the Huffington Post. The Huffington Post talking about the death of a deathcore band vocalist, and the Los Angeles Times, and CNN. What the fuck? He's on virtually every major news site. I don't think he's on Fox, but he might be. That is fucking impressive. I'm not sure if they probably just did this for views because it was a trending thing, but still, that is fucking. When is the last metal persona we've had, icon that we've had, that beat out the fucking CMAs in terms of searches and trends on the internet, and fucking, he was Googled more than Halloween was on Halloween. What the fuck? That is awesome. It's sad he died so young. I was really curious to see what they would do after the Black Crown, but just something interesting. He was a lot bigger than I thought, or many people thought, I think. Virtually every forum I go to talks about it. Every news site I've been to in terms of music talks about it. But rest in peace, Mitch, and I'm really curious to see where Suicide Silence will go after this, if they decide to. And that's just my, I wouldn't say 2 cents, but that's just my thoughts on this. Bye, guys.